Hey, Karlyn, when should I book my Grand Canyon break?
Steven, that's an important question. If you don't know when to book, you may not get to come and experience the Grand Canyon. So let's go take a look. Well, we've got 4 seasons of the year that you can come and visit us here at the Grand Canyon. The winter is the least visited season. The summer is the peak of season. But spring break has become very popular too. And of course, the fall is one of my favorite times to be at the Grand Canyon. So let's talk about what that means at all the different rims. Well, Steven, it looks like you found your place down there at the Grand Canyon Skywalk.
Hey, it's my favorite place. Never seen the actual skywalk. I think that's going to be on my bucket list.
Awesome, awesome. Well, let's talk about seasons of the year. The South Rim is the most visited, and in the winter is the easiest time to get in there. And so oftentimes you don't have to book more than maybe 1 or 2 months prior. But peak of season, you're going to want to be booking 6 months prior to make sure you get the lodging that you want. Now, many people will mix Grand Canyon East, I mean this beautiful Horseshoe Bend here, and Antelope Canyon with their South Rim vacation. Almost the same trends apply. The winter, easy to get into Grand Canyon East. Spring and fall, you probably got a little more flexibility, 2 to 3 months, with the exception of spring break, which we'll book up early. And then, of course, winter, it's easy to get into Grand Canyon East. Now, the North Rim. This one is only open again from May 15 to October 15. This one you have to book 6 to 8 months, maybe a year, because those seats or that lodging sells out early. So make sure that you book this one early if you're going to come to the North Rim, because it sells out fast. Now, Grand Canyon West for winter, spring, summer, and fall. It's more flexible, but I'm also going to tell you that it comes down to getting your reservations in Las Vegas before you come out here to enjoy the Skywalk. So again, Grand Canyon West is probably the most accessible. However, I would probably book it at least a month in advance in most occasions, and summer probably 2 to 3 months in advance. But you do have the most flexibility with Grand Canyon West.
So I'm thinking, Karlyn, that that's a lot of information and a lot of dates. Is there a phrase that you basically stand by that you could say to me, Steven, the only thing you need to remember is...
You must book your lodging early. If you don't get your lodging booked, we won't see you this year. And that can be a real challenge at the South Rim, the North Rim, and the East Side. It's a little bit more flexible in Las Vegas because there are so many rooms over there, but you need to book your lodging early. So book early, and we'll see you at the Grand Canyon.
Okay, and we're back at the fireside again. So really, really interesting. Again, you don't really think about just the seasons. When you're visiting maybe the Grand Canyon or Vegas for the very first time, you visit when you visit, whenever that happens to be. I can remember my first visit was, I think, in September, and then my second visit was over in April time. So probably the last thing I was thinking about was the seasons and what I was actually seeing. Was I'm going to see what I'm going to go and see. Any sort of takes on that before we wrap this one up?
Absolutely. Interestingly enough, you came in the fall the first time, in the spring the second time, the two best seasons, by the way. But summer can be tough to get in. So the keys that I'm going to point out are spring break, you must book early, and summer, you absolutely have to book early, or you may not come and see us, because you got to book your lodging first. No hotel room, no place to stay. You won't be able to stay long, and probably won't come visit.
Okay, so with that in mind, great advice. I'll see you in the next video, buddy.
We'll see you.
See you later.